Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Grant. You're watching Poker News and I'm about to teach you Omaha. Omaha Poker is an exciting game derived from Texas Hold'em. Each player is dealt 4 private cards known as hole cards, which belong only to that player. 5 community cards are dealt face up on the board. In Omaha games, all players use exactly 3 of the community cards together with 2 of their hole cards to make the best 5-card poker hand. No more and no less. For more information on hand rankings, keep scrolling through the Poker News rules section. There are several types of Omaha poker games. Pot limit Omaha poker, a player can bet what is the pot, i.e. $100 into a $100 pot. This is the most popular form of Omaha poker. In no limit Omaha poker, a player can bet any amount up to all of their chips. In fixed limit Omaha poker, there is a specific betting limit applied in each game and on each round of betting. In Omaha, a marker called the button or dealer button indicates which player is the normal dealer for the current game. Before the game begins, the player immediately clockwise from the button posts the small blind, the first forced bet. The player immediately clockwise from the small blind posts the big blind, which is typically twice the size of the small blind, but the blinds can vary depending on the stakes and the betting structure being played. Each player is dealt their 4 hole cards. Betting action proceeds clockwise around the table, starting with the player under the gun, which is immediately clockwise from the big blind. After seeing his or her hole cards, each player now has the option to play his or her hand by calling or raising the big blind. The action begins to the left of the big blind, which is considered a live bet on this round. That player has the option to fold, call, or raise. After the first round of betting is complete, the flop is dealt face up on the board. The flop is the first 3 community cards available to all active players. Play begins with the active player immediately clockwise from the button. Another round of betting ensues. When betting action is completed for the flop round, the turn is dealt face up on the board. The turn is the 4th community card in an Omaha game. Play begins with the active player immediately clockwise from the button. Another round of betting ensues, and then you have the river. When betting action is completed for the turn round, the river is dealt face up on the board. The river is the 5th and final community card in Omaha poker. The final round of betting begins, and the active player immediately clockwise from the button. Finally, we have the showdown. If there's more than 1 remaining player when the final betting round is complete, the last person to bet or raise shows their cards. Unless there was no bet on the final round, in which case the player immediately clockwise from the button shows their cards first. The player with the best 5-card hand wins the pot. But remember, in Omaha, players must use 2 and only 2 of their 4 hole cards in combination with exactly 3 of the cards from the board. Button then move clockwise and the action starts again.